I know. I should get one. I was gonna say, yeah, I was playing Ken, the Blanca, versus the computer, and I noticed that when Ken does the running hard kick, a lot of people like never use for whatever reason, but it's pretty fucking good. I felt like it was way too hard to land a standing medium punch combo after that. Like at the very least, I feel like I should even probably even get a hard punch after that. Like guaranteed. Like, am I supposed to just go raw uppercut after that? Like maybe even EX? I don't know. But I was having a lot of fun playing Street Fighter right now. I am gonna get it day one for the Switch. I just want to let you guys know that I am getting it day one. I probably won't be playing online because no one in my like area is like actually good. They just think they're good. I play both Ken and Ryu. I personally like Ken more because he's more of an aggressive play style. I feel because Ryu is way slower. Nice try with the grab though. Yeah, you can crouch jab it, you can stand jab it, you can uppercut it. It all depends on your timing, you know? Oh, he got me there. But you can jump. If you are going to jump away from an attack like that, always use the medium kick version because it hits on both sides. So even if you like miscalculate it, you might land as a jump kick instead of a cross up. Because that does happen from time to time. So whenever you jump in this, I could uppercut that. It's just I'm explaining. Blanca is like nowhere near as good as he used to be from the original release. He was I thought he did so much damage before. Yeah, but forgive me if I'm slurring my speech and shit because even though I don't condone it, but I did smoke a little weed earlier. I'm like high as fuck right now. But like I am having an amazing time playing Street Fighter right now. I gotta say, genuinely. I have talked a lot of shit about you guys, but it's because like I really am like probably one of the biggest fans of all time for sure. I thought a lot of like basically everything you did like was actually dope. Even the stuff that other people were saying was whack, I was like, yo, this shit is actually hot. Ooh, they should have gave me that medium instead though. Yeah, he cannot, even if he pulls the doll out, he doesn't have time to activate it unless he already had activated like level 2 super, because then he could just pass by it with a Blanca ball and basically charge up the Blanca doll on the floor. And it counts as an EX, so it hits more than once, so he becomes a big problem with level 2 active and the doll. Blanca is like easily the scariest character in the game. When he does activate it. It's just that it's a shame that if his EX Blanca Ball went through projectiles or his level 1 super was the ground pound super that goes full screen, if they just changed that level 1 to like a full screen, like the way it is after you activate level 2. I messed up big time there though. Yeah, you don't have to respect that he throws Blanca doll other than on hard knockdown. So like if you're letting him just sit there do that, yeah, you could jab, yeah, you could. Blanca's no longer as good as I should have counted that actually, but Blanca's no longer as good as he used to be. Believe me, I would know. I was using the character from like since HD remix, like religiously. See, I missed it. Even if I was late, even if I was late, I still was able to counter him though. I forgot to mention yet, like if Baby Gina or if any of those girls that I posted on my channel that help me like get more people to know about me, like if they wanted to shake their ass to my shit, like I have no problem with that. to make content for themselves, like to make money for themselves. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she can like sell it as if it's her music or something like that, but like I'm saying, if she wants to like try to shake her ass and make dope videos with it, I'm all for it. I'm not gonna argue with it. Like, you don't have to worry about me like taking it down or anything like that. Unless the video I feel is super whack. If it's like super whack, then like I might be like, yo, I won't tell you it's me, but like I'll make another account and like copyright strike it. Oh my god. I'll be like, nah, it wasn't me. Like, it was JStar321. I swear to God, it was JStar321. What are you talking about? Who's JStar321, me? Oh my god. Yeah, Blanca's not as good as people really think. I don't know why everyone assumes the only Blanca. The reason a lot of people were complaining, like a lot of people, I beat a lot of people's Ryu's, like probably the best Ryu here in this area that plays on, you know, that I played against, and I've beaten him with Blanca, dog. And I'm talking about I beat him with the Blanca that was already nerfed. I'm not talking about the original Blanca that fucking beat you in 2 fucking combos and shit. On some like Liu Kang shit. I'm talking about legitimately like one. I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. I don't do stuff like that. I don't really genuinely care. Oh, I fucked up there. I'm gonna eat that. Oh, that's a double. Wow. I fucked up there, but I did stop him though. I was a little late on that, but yeah, Blanca has the only tool that he really has to go through beat a character like Guile or Ken is that down forward hard punch. The problem with that is it's very easy to bait, and it's also even on hit, you're not really worried about too much because he can't get additional combo damage after that. Which I wish they did change for the Street Fighter 7. You know, in Street Fighter 7, when he correctly slides under a projectile and hits you in the foot, that should be a crush counter moment, freeze frame moment, where you put a freeze frame for a brief moment and Ryu's like holding onto his foot. And then Blanca's like smiling and shit. You know what I mean? So that would be also like, those are little tweaks that I would personally make to the game as a big fan of what you guys are doing. Like, I can't wait. I really hope you guys listen to me for like, maybe even if it was in Street Fighter 6, but like for Street Fighter 7, I just know the cinematic throws, man, is gonna look so fire for Street Fighter. And anyone that argues against that, I just don't even want to hear your opinion about it because you know I'm right. Oh, way late on that projectile. Oh, wow, they gave it to him. Good parry, though. He could have slid that. I believe I still would have been safe on block. I mean, safe on to drive rush. But he still would have been first to act. I believe he would have been first to act. At that range, he'll probably do light kicks. Woo! It's like a Kara uppercut, like Kara. Oh my god. Yeah, this game's awesome. I will be buying it day one on Switch too. For sure. I'm so happy I'm getting a Switch, by the way. Don't get it twisted. I love Nintendo. I just wish they would put more Punch Out on Nintendo, you know? Ah, I fucked up though. There's no way he could win though, so I'll take that trade. I'll take that trade. I felt like the crescent kick honestly should have beat it. Whew, got him. Yeah, you don't really have to respect much of what Blanca does. If you are throwing projectiles, make sure you stay at like a range where crouching hard, the down forward slide is like out of range. That's usually what I try to aim for my zoning. Like anything outside of that is fair game. Like he can't really do much about it. So like right here, he can't really do much about it. Right there, I want to do down back. That's actually, yeah, that's safe. A lot of people don't give that credit either. They're talking about, oh, he only got one frame trap. What are you talking about? He only got one. There's like plenty for a lot of characters. Like I feel like every character has a lot of them. Straight up, even crouching light kick is a fucking frame. Oh no, did they change that? I feel like crouching light kick is definitely a frame into itself. But it doesn't combo into anything else though, unless the third one or the second one is like a crouch jab, which most people combine into like crouching light punch all over again after drive rush. Oh my god, it's like probably the safest way to land a easy beginner combo. Oh, yeah. yo, put cinematics there. Put cinematics there. Instead of showing like Ken's like 2D fighting game form, show a cinematic when he shows off like that doing kicks and 360 kicks and shit. Like so, show a cartoon cinematic. Oh my god, I didn't want to do that though. Oh my god, I do got to pull this wisdom soup out though, but it's not like an emergency, so I'm like not really. Oh my god! Ah, I knew I should have just went raw super. Oh god. Yeah, I did a little bit. I don't want to overdo it, like with the weed though, but oh my god, that should have hit, I think. Oh wow, he was able to. Oh my god. Oh really? Oh my god, I keep missing my combos though. I'll give him that. Nope, it doesn't work. And I stopped it. Oh my god. Didn't move. I love that. See, like, oh, you know what? No, he's staying true to the, you know, like, I never realized that. I was too busy, like, see what I mean? He says it in English right there. Oh, you gotta give me that. That would have worked in the older games for sure. See, like right there, he can't hit me at crouching down forward range. So, and like he can't even do that either, because standing jab, crouching jab is gonna beat that as well. Oh, that was beautiful. Even though I disagree with it. Yeah, you don't have to respect him throwing that doll out unless it's a true hard knockdown. On a hard knockdown, he can throw it out, but he can't charge it. So you, in other words, you don't have to respect it unless it's like a wall splat on the corner where they throw you into the wall with the drive impact. If he does that, he can actually activate it. He does have enough time to do it. I do it all the time. It's probably his best tactic in the entire game.
Ken wins. Round 1. Fight.
Oh. Love everybody, man. As long as they're good. Oh my god. Oh god. I love all of them. Oh god, he got me. I'm like the hardest to hit with that though, straight up. I messed up. I messed up. I didn't honestly say the word, so like I hope YouTube doesn't demonetize me, because like I still got a long way to go, but double KO, really? I liked it better when Street Fighter added another round, but obviously for the sake of a tournament, if people are just kind of like goofing around and always ending in a tie on purpose, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, obviously they're going to be like disqualified. You get what I'm saying? I love the that's medium punch, hard punch, target combo into forward, down, forward, 2 kick. And then he ends up going going to the other side. And you can land an uppercut, you can land a super after that. I recommend doing the kick super after that because I believe it's level 1 super. Down forward kick. Because for whatever reason, I don't know why I don't know, maybe it's just wear and tear, but my controller, I feel, has been because I dropped it recently, so like I'm a little upset about that. So it's not 100% accurate like I normally play. Like normally I know I never miss, like ever. I'm like the North American Deshiken, basically. For the Japanese guys out there that want to know what the hell I'm talking about. Like, I don't miss ever. I would play with him. If he wants to play in person, I'll gladly play with him in person. You know what I'm saying? I love that. That's what you're supposed to use Drive Rush for a lot of the time. Is to get to those areas like where normally you can't get to. And like, I don't recommend using it like on projectile. See what I mean? Like, I love that. I love the way, see right there, it should have been a little bit easier. I fucked up though. I did fuck up. I felt like I did fuck up. That might have not been Capcom's fault, but oh, see, that should automatically do all 3. I disagree with that. The EX, thank you, God. I thought I missed it. What's it called? Oh, he got me. I deserve that. Yeah, I'm playing Ken. If you don't know, if you guys don't know. That's another throw, by the way. Throw, the reason why a lot of people are like, oh my god, throws are so cheap, is like, you know, the reason why they're so effective is because they're faster basically than every attack in the game. So you're gonna see a lot of high level players checking the fact the opportunities that they have to throw you that you can't do nothing about but escape the throw. You know, they'll check that over and over and over again because it's an easy way to just break an opponent's defense and do a pretty good amount of damage. Unfortunately, there's no like stun meter in this game. I felt like stun meter was a big part of what made Street Fighter complete as well. Like being able to stun your opponent and then get a free combo because of it. That move is considered like so good. See what I mean? Like on hit is like you can just do basically even go raw uppercut. That's fire. I love whoever designed that in Capcom did an amazing job. I love the way the game feels in a lot of ways, man. Like it's amazing. I do admit, like the combo system feels probably better than ever before when it comes to linking like attacks, like normal and hard ones and medium ones into each other. On counter hit, it does send them flying, so you got to do that drive rush. You know, just hold medium punch, medium kick, and then press forward, forward. Just keep mashing forward, forward. That's what I do. Don't do the uppercut too early, though, because you might miss if you do it too early, though. Hard punch, uppercut. You could probably do other stuff outside of it. I haven't really experimented with it like that, but I just love the way the hard punch, uppercut always looks. So, like, I always try to finish a combo like that. I'm still free, though. I mean, safe. Oh my god, I thought that medium kick should have hit. Really? I disagree with that. No way. I love his level 3. Shinryuken! Shinryuken! I liked it better when he said that. Shinryuken! I always loved Ken Shimmeryuken. I always thought that was like his best one. Oh my god, I just missed it. So disappointed in myself. Oh yes. I'll take a shower right now if she wanted me to. Absolutely. I'm ready when you are. I'll try my best. I am high as fuck right now, but I would prefer to do it when I was sober. But if you wanted me to do something for you, I still would do that. But I'm not honestly gonna like try to get it hard and shit. But no, like it's bad for you. It's not that it's bad for you, just don't overdo it. And it's like honestly not. I don't think it's that bad. I just took a few puffs and I was good. I put that shit out, man. I was high as fuck. Oh my god. But just don't overdo it. Like one time, I don't even recommend it for like if my niece or my nephew listen to me, do not do that shit. I'm not telling you to do that shit. I would never tell you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't. You're not missing out on it. See, like light punch uppercut, even a lot of the times, it's very rare that like at that range you're going to miss it. See, that's on hit, so like I have time to walk up and check that throw. That's all that's really happening over and over again, you know what I mean? I missed my opportunity. I pressed throw instead of jab. Oh god. Oh, I still got there, okay. Right there, he's in a setup. After you do that hard kick, Dragon Lash, I think it's called, forward, down, forward, hard kick. That's the special move, the normal special move input. what was I going to say? He's basically in a situation where, they call it a frame trap in the fighting game community, where basically he has to break a throw. Basically, if he tries to do any attack there, he's going to get counter hit, and it's going to do way more damage than a traditional combo does. And that's really what separates like the expert players from like the players that are right underneath them. You know what I'm saying? Like the 90% of players that don't win is like because they just don't understand that that's happening all the time. Like right there, when I threw that crouching jab, he could have probably supered it, believe it or not. I missed that crouching jab right there. But it's not it's not the easiest thing to do, you know what I mean? I got a lot of spit in my mouth right now. I drank a lot of water recently. Oh my God. Thank you, God. Oh yeah. That's another thing I might change. I might change the fact that there's a health requirement on drive impact altogether. I think it should just be a meter requirement. If you are going to make it truly invincible, you might as well make it like... Because it's really not truly invincible then. Well, I guess it is, depending on the situation. See, these are the reasons why I say Blanca's like no longer viable like that. Don't get me wrong, he can win with a guy like me playing him. But... Oh, come on. You're going to give him throw after that? Really? I think almost you have to, though, right? I think they're right about that one as well. I think logically that just makes perfect sense. Had I known about that, I would have probably won a lot more matches. I did not know about that one. I got that one, though. It's all about timing. Always remember that. Everything that I told you, I would love to play with my nephew every day, but he's a cool guy now, so like he forgot that he used to always want to hang out with us. I even pay for his gas money back and forth for sure. I'd rather play with him in person, is what I'm saying. Yeah, that's... You could slide the recovery of the Blanca ball and E Honda's, especially if you perfect parry. That's guaranteed combo. If you perfect parry, that's guaranteed combo. Oh, I almost had it. Nice. I like that. I like that. See, I'm talking too much shit now. You got to really focus in this game, man. You can't like... See, the problem with that is a lot of people like to jab the overhead. So the only way to really stop them from jabbing the overhead is by going for the throw. Well, I mean, you're not always going to be within range that you could run, stop, throw. But like in that particular situation, I was in range. And a lot of players, like beginner players, they'll see that situation and go, okay, let me jab him to stop the grab. But you can't stop the grab at that At that moment, you have to respect the grab first. That's one of those brief moments where, the logic changes a little bit, like where a lot of players do get counter, like not necessarily counter hit, but counter thrown, because a throw is so fast. So it's always going to be a number one option at the highest levels. Like it doesn't mean that these players, a lot of people think that these players are bad. They're not bad. That's what makes them good, is because that's using the entire, the entire, like, move list to your advantage. Like every move does have a purpose for that character at a certain range and a certain, moment. Like a lot of players, like they'll get counter hit out of something and they won't change. They'll be like, oh, this shit is like, it's just whack. Like it's not that it's whack. You're just not playing it properly. But like when you truly understand what's happening while you play, you know what I'm saying? And another thing I forgot to mention, I'm very disappointed with WB Games canceling Mortal Kombat 1 so soon. I honestly thought it was like, the more I played it and the more I understood it and the more I got into it, the more I actually loved the game. And it's a shame that like, you know, you change things like, for example, like for Kenshi, which is my main character, still to this very day, I did not abandon ship like everyone else did. In fact, I don't even use Sento at all, which is the only reason to use the character. Um, so essentially, I'm using the worst character in the game the entire match, every match, and I'm still whooping 99% of you guys. Like, real talk. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, I'm very disappointed with WB Games for that. Like, I still am going to buy Mortal Kombat 1 on the Nintendo Switch 2 because, like, any fan of Mortal Kombat or fighting games, if you're a fan of fighting games, you should be a fan of Mortal Kombat as well. Like, there's really only 3 games that I play on my channel, and like, it's kind of upsetting that YouTube is like, oh, you can't make content about what you like. Like, why can't I do that? You know what I'm saying? I like Street Fighter, I like Mortal Kombat, and I like Tekken. And there's a lot of other fighting games that I like too, like Samurai Showdown. For me, Samurai Showdown is one of the best fighting games of all time. The one that they did for PlayStation 4 was beautiful. I bought that day one. In fact, I'm pretty sure I bought it twice at this point. But I did buy a brand new day one for sure. I love Samurai Showdown. I was a little upset with that they took away the flatulence sound effects. I think that's the proper term for fart, the word fart. Like, that's the real word for it, like scientifically or whatever. But yeah, I was going to say, yeah, they removed that, and I was a little upset by that. It should be a cinematic when his projectile hits. Like, you just see the guy breathing it in and like passing out, or the girl. It would be nice. Am I saying her name right? The female character from what was it? Damn, what is the name of that game? Was it Last Blade that SNK Playmore did? That basically that SNK Playmore did. It had the girl that was in CVS 2. It was a guest character. I mean, not a guest character. It was just a SNK character. SNK Playmore character. That's the name of the company. They make the characters in these games, but basically the Samurai Showdown, I would love to see them add Baiken from Guilty Gear, which they did in the PlayStation 4 one. For whatever reason, I bought the character Baiken from Guilty Gear to add her to Samurai Showdown, and even though I bought it, I did not see her show up on the character list. I don't know what the hell happened, but I tried to go to the PlayStation Store and I. Yeah, okay, so I'm done. I don't want to get too like. See, that keeps them there. That standing hard kick, he has to block that. He can't do anything about that. He can't do a level 3 super. He can't do nothing there. He doesn't have time to do it. That's what means that, like, frame advantage. Like, that moment where I slide and I get there with the hard kick, I'm putting him in a situation where now he has to stay there, and now he has to worry about my offense. And don't get it twisted. Ken is fast. Ken's throw game is fast, dog. He can easily win the game by just trying to throw your ass, because he's so good at keeping you there and keeping you nearby. Oh, God. No, I'm going to block that. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, I almost had it. That's one of those situations I said, no way. Oh, really? He got the stand jab. I respected that. I don't have to respect that, though. Oh, too early. Give me more slide there. No way. Yeah, like a lot of people say, like a lot of people out there You kind of have to, though. I understand. You know what I'm saying? You almost have to play Street Fighter like it's a King of Fighters game, unfortunately, a lot of the times. If that's my best advice to give to anyone, you kind of almost always do play Street Fighter as if it were a four-button fighter. I'm saying that, like, a lot of the times, those are the only opportunities available on counter hit. So, like, you have to get really good at countering with stand jab into special move, or stand jab into super, stand jab into special move. I recommend for a beginner player comboing jab into special move and then trying to do the super after that. That's going to give you way more frames to actually land the super afterwards. That's why you always see me doing it. A lot of players in the FGC will call that hit confirming, that you're making sure basically that the attack lands and it's guaranteeing that you're not going to waste the meter. And when you activate a level 3 super, which is a lot of meter and a lot of time spent trying to build that, you don't want to waste that opportunity ever. You know, there are situations where only a level 1 super will counter, like, for example, with Kimberly in a Ryu matchup. So guess what? I do the level 1 all the time in that matchup. That's what helps me win the matchup. It beats all of Ryu's gimmicks. You know what I'm saying? It catches all that. So, like, yeah, of course I'm going to use it. Like, that's the nature of the game. You know, I can't deny what the game is. You know what I'm saying? And I'll also save my level 3 because a lot of Ryus like to bully, like, Kimberly players that don't have good invincible wake up reversals, which is, like, essentially the best move in the game. But there is one drawback. If you make a mistake in your timing and they block it, it leaves you wide open to probably get countered harder, like probably the hardest that you're ever going to get countered in the game. For a starting combo, starting with hard kick or hard punch, so, like, right there, like, I did crouching medium punch. Obviously, I did it in an opportunity where I knew I was right to do it. Even if he tries to drive impact me, I could drive impact him back. So I'm not worried about drive impact in that situation, even though it's a solitary normal attack. Because I could just activate a lot of times I could activate my parry behind it or my drive impact behind it. And, you know, for a beginner player, if you have the meter, always use drive impact. It's just going to make things so much easier for you. But, like, as an expert player, if you really want to win, most high level players are using parry instead of drive impact, because you waste way less meter and, you know, you could do way more damage. So, like, you're essentially doing the same thing, even though it's a little bit harder to land. But a lot of the times, all you got to do is hold medium punch, medium kick together. And then when you see him, like, start the animation, that means you could already dash. Once you see that your character is kind of loading up this, like, the parry state, you know, at that moment, you could dash it, but you could special move and super cancel your dash at any time during the dash. The earlier, the better, obviously, especially if you perfect parry. Like, let's say, for example, if you perfect parry like a crouching light kick, you know, I would probably go for a grab instead of, like, or maybe like a crouching light kick back if I'm within that range. Highly doubt I would be doing parry at that range anyway. I usually do not try to parry my opponent outside of crouching medium kick range, because it's just way too likely that you're going to get counter thrown. So by the time within that crouching medium kick range, they can't grab me even if I do parry and mess up. You know, they can strike me and counter me if I you know, I would worry about that as well. Like, but there are certain moments where I'm within a range where, like, I know for a fact that I could, like, easily parry what they might do to me in this situation. So in those situations where you feel it's low risk, high reward, you almost have to test the waters and go for it. You might not always be right, but if you are right with a perfect parry, like, it really does change everything, you know? Obviously, joystick players, in my opinion, have the best opportunity to perfect parry. So, like, if you were smart, you would learn how to play Street Fighter 6 on, like, something like a hitbox where it's all buttons, like there is no joystick. I've never honestly used one, but I do want to get one for Remy in Third Strike. because I know you could do a real amazing things with Remy and Third Strike with a like if I could easily just press back forward and not miss the punch or the kick with Remy, like I know I'll be in good shape. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god. But yeah, Remy's one of the best characters in Third Strike for sure. See, like right there, he has to worry about the medium punch. He basically kind of does. And there's certain ranges where like far standing jab will beat the crouching medium kick. I feel like will beat jab attempts because you've already put them in like a block stun that makes the opportunity for you to do like a medium punch afterwards. You know, and a lot of times it beats players from doing that like jab, keep you away. Like you try to go for a grab and they jab you. That's what like usually works to stop that. You know what I'm saying? Because that medium punch is going to hit at like, it just feels like the mathematics is like, it's just the perfect time. I don't know how else to explain it, but I messed up there. Like right there, I should go crouching medium kick. Oh, he grabbed me though, but I should have done. Oh, that crosses. Okay, my bad. I thought that was gonna hit on the other side. So he does get that on regular too. I didn't even realize that. I thought that only did cross up on EX. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. I thought for certain that okay, this should be the end of the round. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh, why did Perry deactivate so fast? Oh my god, please win. You don't have to really oh yeah, that was dope. Oh my god, I messed up right there, man. Fuck! Oh, I try to get sneaky with it. He got me though. I'll let him land that. See, I'm just playing against AI. I'm not playing against any real person. Unless, like I said, yo, I have a lot of love for Maximilian. Don't get it twisted. I watch his channel all the time. He's easily one of my favorite white boys that plays, you know, Street Fighter. No doubt about it. Like I know that they make the game. I'm not dumb. I know they make the game. They obviously know what the hell they're doing. See, right there at the tip, for whatever reason, I said it before, but see, like right there, like you get what I'm saying? Like it looks as if he isn't. I'm just trying to prove a point with the. Oh, I disagree with that. You can land another one afterwards, but I still disagree. Or the EX spin kick. The EX spin kick looks way cooler though, in my opinion, to end the combo with it.
That's right.
Absolutely. I think that EX special move should be cinematic for sure. Oh, did you see that? I did standing jab and it hit Blanca that was already behind me. Did you see that? I did standing jab on Blanca's command hop, or whatever you want to call it. His forward down, I think it's down forward, holding down and forward at the same time with 2 kick instead of 3, which it originally was. Yeah, imagine doing that on a controller. That was hard as fuck before. I was probably the only controller player that could actually do it. I fucking love Street Fighter 6 though. Dude, I do love Street Fighter 6. Do not get it twisted. Like, I'm having fun right now. Like, oh my god, beautiful. He did, see, that, see what I mean? Like, for a beginner player, just do like drive rush into crouching light, kick. My bad, crouching light kick. But then start mixing in the ability to throw crouching jab after a crouching light kick. That's really going to open up like a lot of the high level players out there. Believe me when I tell you that. It's only a matter of time. It's not always going to happen. There are amazing players out there. You know what I mean? I'm not going to deny that. See, that was a throw check. Like, believe it or not, even if I have to waste the meter to go throw check, I'll do it. I should have been able to dash forward. I wasn't sure, so like I didn't want to commit to it. Oh god, I tried to stand light kick. Oh my god.
Round 2. Fight. Up and over.
Oh, the crouching medium punch can combo into itself on counter hit. You'll know when it counter hits because it makes a completely louder sound. It sounds like some like I don't know exactly what it is, but I wish it was even like maybe more impactful than that, the sound itself. I wish it was a little bit more obvious like Guilty Gear does it, where it's like counter. You know what I mean? I would love to hear that from Street Fighter as well. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think letting people know that they're right is okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I do love that about I wish Guilty Gear and King of Fighters added 2 more attack buttons, normal attack buttons. You know what I mean? No offense, but like I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I really don't. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in a lot of ways you can in like a game like, let's say for example Fatal Fury, right? But like it kind of does play a little bit like Street Fighter, like up close, like that medium punch, hard punch. That's like so Street Fighter. That's always been in Street Fighter. Not always, but you know what I mean. Like even in the older games, I felt like you could catch it with the medium punch, heavy punch, uppercut. Like it kind of always was that. Oh god. Oh god. I wish it was easier to escape the parries sometimes. I wish I don't know how else to explain it, but like sometimes I feel like I'm glued to the floor. Like even though I don't know. Don't get me wrong, my controller, I did drop it a bunch of times, so I probably do have a little stick drift on the D-pad. So it might not entirely be your developer's fault. I don't want you guys to like start changing it if it doesn't need to be changed. You know what I'm saying? Because I do agree with like a lot of what the hell you're doing. Like I don't want you to get the wrong impression. You know? I do love that Blanca has a command grab. I wish the Blanca ball that he just did right there, that rainbow ball, I always call it the rainbow ball, but you know, first of all, I like the original motion of it. I like the original back forward kick, to be honest. I didn't like that they changed that on me. To be honest, I feel like I do like that it's easier to do. Like I like the quarter circle motion as well. I just feel like it's not as good as it should be. You know, because I feel like anytime someone sees Blanca ball, they automatically block cross up. So like if it's EX, it's gonna hit cross up. If it's light kick, it could hit front, but if it does hit front, you already know that it's gonna hit front. So it's like it's kind of pointless and it's very like low risk, high reward, in my opinion. So like that's why you never see me really using it. Unless like it's a wall splat, like, you know, level 10 fucking combo from Blanca in the tutorial. Back over there, you fucking beast. I wish I could choose the black and red Blanca instead. The one from HD Remix. Whoever did the coloring for HD Remix, I want, he knows what I mean when I say black and red Blanca. You did a very good job on that. That was awesome. And I love the real funny looking Blanca in Street Fighter V, like where like he looked real goofy. I wish they would bring that back every time. Like that was awesome, man. I was picking that all the time. Where Blanca's like I love that, man. That was awesome. All right. Oh, he grabbed me out of it. I don't mind that though. I don't mind that, to be honest. See, in that situation right there where the Blanca ball didn't necessarily bounce so far back, you don't have to do those drive. You don't have to drive rush it to get the counter hit or the counter throw opportunity. You know, it's gonna vary depending on what's happening, how soon you get there. If you get there in time, you know it's gonna be a whole different situation. You know what I'm saying? If you do a perfect parry, you'll get a free combo, you know, or a free counter hit. If you drive rush, you know, sometimes you only get a throw. You know, you have to practice and you have to, you know, elevate your game. But like, you know, I try my best to just like help people understand what like my mentality is. You know what I mean? See, like I was a little distracted right there, but see, like right there, I'm pretty sure that's a true counter hit. Don't quote me on this. I'm playing against the computer, so don't quote me on this. But like, if the computer did that, oh no way. That's counter hit uppercut. Oh, I got the hard punch as well. I'm happy they gave me that. See, it was too hard to do the right there. I felt like I pressed medium punch as fast as I could, and it wasn't fast enough. Like I did crouching medium punch, and I feel like crouching medium punch should have went right into crouching medium punch or standing medium punch right there. Like when the opponent's in hit stun, I don't mind that it hits either or. It hits as a mid, basically.
That's round 2. Fight.
Oh, I fucked up. Oh god, I didn't get there in time. See, that's why I usually just go for throw. See, now you understand why I say what I say, because sometimes you only get a throw. Oh, I almost had him. Stand jab. Always stand jab that. Don't even think about it. Just stand jab it. Oh, no. I hope Capcom's not playing with my emotions when they said they were going to do Okami. Oh, Okami. Yo, yeah, you heard me say it. Like, for their own personal content, like, I'm down for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna argue with that. Like, because I know they're doing me a favor, and, like, I know the shit's fire, too. Oh, my God. Oh, he got that. See, right there, you're safe. Like, when I did that crouching medium kick and he blocked it, I was safe on block right there. I don't have to commit to doing anything else. You know what I'm saying? So, in other words, like, when I'm safe on block like that, if he tries to make any move whatsoever, I could probably level 3 it. I could probably EX uppercut it. So, like, even, like, I'm safe on block, but I'm still, like, at an advantage in a way. You know, that's also what I'm doing to my opponent as well. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole mind, the whole mind game of fighting games is that. Like, players are like, okay, you know, I just want to block. I'm going to block everything he does. Okay, so you have to start throwing. It's common logic. There's not one tactic that works, like, all the time. Players are going to adapt constantly and adjust to your playstyle. Oh, God, I wish that would have been... Oh, beautiful EX. I love ending it with the level 3 super. You have no idea. Really love it. Marvel 3 all day, every day. I gotta tell my boy Andy about Did he get me? I really very hard for him to counter that crouching jab that I threw out there. It's very hard for him to counter hit that. You know, he might be able to get there with like a standing light kick. But like, if, for a beginner player, like unless it's like a down forward special move punch or kick that like is really, you know, you really got the hang of doing, I would probably just counter hit with the crouching light kick maybe and just throw a standing medium kick after it. That'll be like one of those moments, see, like, oh, that was beautiful. No way. See what I mean? That crouching jab combos into that medium punch. You have to do it like pretty fast from what I understand. Like, you know, or you can just go jab into special move. If you're a beginner player, I'd probably just go jab special move. But like an expert player almost probably always throws that medium punch with it. If the jab hits, you should be already throwing the medium punch. Like, you should already be doing that. See, he can't really do nothing about that. He can't grab me. He can't drive impact me. He can't do a lot of things there. That's why it's like advantageous for you to do it in a situation. You know what I'm saying? It's not that like high level players all play the same. It's that's the way you're supposed to play at that specific situation. And then that's what we all have in common. I would love to play that E Honda player again. I know I'll destroy her offline. I mean, not her, whoever it was offline. Oh, beautiful grab. I would love to play that E Honda with my Ryu and my Ken. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he has what it takes. No, I'm sorry. Not against Ryu and Ken. Against everyone else, sure. Woo! I think that might have broke his nose right there. Oh my god. Yeah, no. Oh, crouch jab. That was perfectly on point. I love why I do that. It turns me on a little bit when I'm like on point and I don't miss a normal attack. Oh, beautiful. Okay, see? I don't got to worry about much after that. See, right there? If it doesn't hit, I still put him in a throw situation. Basically, he can't beat that either. You know what I mean? Like, I could block. If he starts to attack me, I could block it either way. So that's why you see players doing that all the time. I try to, right there, I tried to go crouching medium kick into down back spin kick with EX with Ken, which I feel like most beginner players would have the easiest time doing. It's like a natural rotation of the thumb. I feel like the down forward and down back. I mean, down, you get what I'm saying. I love it. That's a throw setup right there. You get what I'm saying? Like, after I land that target combo, medium kick, hard kick with Ken, once I drive rush the end of that, you know, I'm basically holding medium punch and medium kick together. And then as soon as I see that the activation has begun for the parry state, I dash it. I start mashing on forward with my thumb. Forward. Once I see that my character has started sliding out of the parry state, within the startup of that, once the dash has activated, basically I could special move and super cancel that. I would recommend, because usually at the highest level, they're probably only going to be able to counter with, like, I don't want to say always, like, these are prime examples of situations that you can counter them with, or not necessarily counter them, See, right there, I messed up. Right there, when I did that crouching medium punch, I'm realistically, as a Ken, supposed to go hard punch uppercut. A beginner player, I would recommend doing like crouching medium punch, down forward punch. It doesn't really matter what punch. At standing medium punch and crouching medium punch range, I don't honestly think it matters. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter what fireball button you press because each one does have different properties for the most part. So like, for example, like if I landed crouching medium kick, far crouching medium kick with Ken, and I do hard punch fireball, that would probably be the only one that I use in that situation. You might be able to get like a medium punch fireball. That's usually the vicinity of where it works. But basically, yeah, like I would say that would be my go-to option at max distance crouching medium kick. You're almost never in range for a crouching medium kick hard punch uppercut, although I do love to go for it from time to time. Because it just looks so stylish and so fucking high level when you land it. And it's Ken, for crying out loud. Ken is supposed to be a show off. That's what makes the character so fun, is that he's kind of like a show off. He really is. He's like Ryu, but he's a show off. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay. So I got, that's the only thing I gotta work on my game is always block cross up on blockable. I'm better off doing that than anything else. Unless I see 100% is going to hit in front. But I'm not too worried about it. Very unlikely that I won't uppercut that at the highest level. Like, no distractions. Right there I did when after the crouching jab was blocked, I did crouching medium punch. Once I saw that it hit, I did forward. You know, if you want now, I don't recommend, even though it is easier sometimes to press medium punch and medium kick together after a normal attack has landed, it automatically does the dash for you. I personally like doing the dash myself because I feel like it decreases the likelihood that I'll make an input error and make a mistake when I'm pressing the buttons. So I usually like to do it the original way anyway, but you know, you got to pressure him when he throws that doll out. Do not dash in more than once. Like, see, I messed up right there. I tried to go crouching medium kick actually. Standing jab will beat that all day, every day. It's unusable at the highest level. It's unusable at the highest level. I'm sorry, it's unusable at the highest level. The only reason you see me doing it is because I'm playing online and you know, I'm playing against a lot of scrubs a lot of the time. That's not happening. That's not happening. Don't think I don't know how to do that. These guys play me online and they think I don't know how to drive impact. Of course, if you land a drive impact to win a round, of course you do it. If they try to drive impact you and you have the meter, you drive impact them back and give yourself a lot of time to land the level 3. You know, you can even reposition your character a lot of times and give you, like, move a little bit closer so you could get a harder hit, like a standing hard punch instead. You know, that's what a lot of players, like a lot of beginner players and intermediate players, they leave those opportunities at the table. You know, they don't capitalize on those moments when they're like really supposed to capitalize. That's your brief window of opportunity. Even if it's a brief window of opportunity, you have to go for it and you have to get it. You know what I'm saying? Right there, that crouching jab hit. So like after that, I could basically walk forward and now it's a grab check. He has to grab check me. If he does not grab check me, he loses. If he hops in the air, he loses. If he backdashes, he loses. So what's the best opportunity? The best thing to do in that opportunity is to throw escape by throwing at the same time. You have to activate the throw at the same time, basically. It's a small window of opportunity that it's within the window of opportunity. Once they activate it, you'll know when they activated it. You have a brief window of opportunity to get out of it by throwing at that moment. A lot of people press throw way too early. That's like another mistake that I see a lot of beginner and intermediate players do. They'll throw earlier than they have to. Whereas you'll play like a real good M. Bison and he's not throwing when he feels he doesn't have to throw. And that's really what separates like players winning big money at Capcom and SNK Playmore and players that like are extremely, you get what I'm saying? Are just starting out today. You get what I'm saying? But like I want to make it so that Street Fighter like 7, for example, is like so easy that like even someone that starts today has an opportunity to win the #1 spot at Capcom Cup and all that. You get what I'm saying? I want to simplify the game so much that like anyone could win now. I want to see how good I am if anyone could win now. Like I want to see like a female that never played Street Fighter before win first place and beat all these other high level players. Like I want to see that one day. Like I want to see the first female Street Fighter tournament winner. Oh my god, my bad. I need a smaller monitor. I want to get one of those Sony End Zones. To be honest, that's my dream monitor. But I mean, although I love that they have it at like I think it's like a 27-inch or something like that. Realistically, I only want like a 15 or a 17-inch made by Sony. To be honest. But like, I just love Sony's quality, man. I feel like you can never go wrong with Sony. And I'm still waiting for that PlayStation phone. As soon as you make the PlayStation phone, I swear to God, day one, I don't care what I'm using, I'm switching to PlayStation phone. Don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna have my Apple tablet because I love Apple as well. But I'm sorry, but I'm switching to PlayStation phone. So cancel. Okay, I'm done. See, I keep falling for that like it's like some super turbo shit. Oh my god, beautiful. I love Ken though. Ken is so much easier to land combinations with. That's another reason. That's another reason I recommend Ken for a beginner player over picking Ryu. The reason I say that is it'll allow you to develop the Street Fighter button like muscle memory. They call it in the FGC. They call it like muscle memory, where like it takes your body a little while to get used to the timing and the rhythm of when you're supposed to attack and when you're supposed to dash. Like they literally only give you like one little brief moment. You have to seize that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of players, they take too long. This game is not about taking too long. You have to be fast. Think of it as if you were on the Family Feud game show with Steve Harvey or whatever, and like you really had to press the button real fast. Like, but sometimes it's better that if you don't know the answer, just don't press the button at all. That's what happens with a lot of beginner and intermediate players. They get nervous, like especially after getting thrown a few times, and they go, "Oh my god!" Like, don't frustrate yourself. That's gonna affect your performance as well. You have to stay as calm as humanly possible. Just like in real fighting, I feel like Street Fighter tries to teach you a lot of real life lessons about like. Yeah, I would like to also see that Sony removes like when you're playing or streaming, like to automatically disable the like where you could talk to the plate, you know what I mean, to the system itself, the console. I still do want to get a Steam Deck for sure, by the way, because I felt like I was the one that brought it up in the first place. I hope if they do like a Steam Deck like 2, I hope they which I don't honestly think they need to, but if they added like a second battery, I feel like you could probably play like Call of Duty Warzone like on which obviously everyone will agree that Halo and Call of Duty are the best first person shooter games of all time. There's no denying that. I suck at the game. Don't get me wrong, but I still enjoy going out there and trying to win. Like, I'm not the best player. I know I'll never be the best player at Call of Duty. No way. Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? But I still love Halo and Call of Duty. Don't get it wrong. But Gears, for me, was, even though it's a third person shooter, was always my favorite. Like, I think Gears for me is like There's no denying it. Like the developers of that game really deserve to be on top because it just really redefined like even games like Drake or whatever, the PlayStation 3 game that everyone loves. Like I feel like they took the entire Gears of War cover system, like where you could kind of like lean into the wall and stuff and hide behind the wall, and like Tomb Raider from Square Enix, I felt like you could kind of do that a little bit. It was more like kind of like it looked like she was trying to dodge a little bit. And I felt like it was too easy to beat the boss at like the fights just by just dodging over and over again. I wish they could make it a little bit more challenging in Tomb Raider. Like if you dodge at the wrong time, you can get like really messed up. And it's a shame that Square Enix will never do another Tomb Raider game again because Square Enix in Japan, I believe they're the ones that made it. Like those are the best 3 Tomb Raider games besides the original 3 that I gotta say, like, I believe the original developers would have made something as amazing as Square Enix did. It's just that they were limited in resources at the time, you know what I'm saying? But that's not to deny, like, you know, the fact that, you know, Square Enix, like, Tomb Raider, man, phenomenal. It really was, man. You know, I didn't even know about those games until much later on. But if you guys do decide to re-release the Square Enix Tomb Raider collection, like a definitive collection, for PlayStation 5, I will gladly buy it for sure. Day one for 70. I'll buy the collector's edition, to be honest. Because I'm a huge Tomb Raider fan. Absolutely. Tomb Raider is fantastic. One of the best games of all time. I used to have fun doing the swan dive off the top of the pyramid, like the pyramid level, where you used to have to fight Poseidon, and each room had like a mythological god, and you had to beat like the puzzle for each mythological god. That was awesome. That part was awesome. I would really love to see them redesign the game. The original 3, like, not the way they did it for this one. Like, for this one, I'm under the impression that they just remastered it and they didn't change anything else. Like, I'm talking about, like, a true, like, reimagining by, like, Square Enix of the original 3. Because I thought the original 3, where you could, like, if you wanted to, you could practice in her mansion. Like, the main female character, she's rich. Like, she has a mansion. She got all this money or whatever. And, like, but like you could practice in her, and like she has like almost like Batman, like where she has a room where he could practice like dangerous situations, but it can't possibly be fatal in any way, shape, or form. You know, I wish they would even enhance that a little bit, like the danger room that Lara Croft like designed for herself. But if you fall, you know, from like 5 stories up, like you just bounce, you know what I mean? Because she created this like rubber safe zone, you know what I mean? But you could just start up again, you know? But absolutely, Square Enix, easily,
Round 2. Fight.
that was standing hard punch that landed, by the way. So even if they block it, which they probably most certainly would have to do, or even if you got there so late that they drive impact it, you'll still be able to activate drive impact after that. Because it's a drive impact normal. You could cancel from the normal attack into drive impact. It's always important at the highest level to have the meter not only to drive impact back or parry back, but to be in a position where, you know, even if they tried to counter the counter, you can counter the counter hit. Like, so like you have to almost always be like, assume that you're like basically like a step ahead of your opponent, 2 steps ahead of your opponent sometimes. Like sometimes you just want like a step ahead. I feel like it's always been 1 step ahead. See, you can get there. You just got to know how. Knowledge is just like those white commercials said when we were younger, knowledge is power. In a lot of ways, that is true, though. You know what I'm saying? The more you know, the better for you. And that essentially can lead to more, you know, not necessarily power, but a better... Obviously, school is everything. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong with doing it as a hobby either. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It's entertainment for a reason. These companies. These companies make billions of dollars for a reason. You know what I mean? They're really good at entertainment. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm very happy about being able to get a Switch 2. I'm definitely gonna buy Street Fighter 6 day one on the Switch, but I'm probably gonna get it digitally just because I still have the cartridge for Ultra Street Fighter 2 from the original Switch, and that's gonna be the only cartridge that I have in my Switch. Because I just love Ultra Street Fighter 2 as well. I still think Ultra Street Fighter 2 stands the test of time, like to this very day, you know? Yeah, because I need to, oh my god, beautiful. I could have actually, I believe, EX uppercut that, though. After the dash. Just walk up a little bit sometimes and you'll have all this time you need. That's it. That's all there ever was. See, right there, what I did was right there, I walked outside of jab range. After I did the hard knockdown, I walked outside of that crouching jab range. Because almost every beginner and intermediate player, even high-level players, they're going to jab. When they feel they have the opportunity to jab, they're going to jab. Because they believe in it being safe, that it's unstoppable, and it's really not. You could time a heavy punch to counter a jab, like at the right distance. You could counter a standing medium kick to counter a missed jab at the right distance. You just have to do it fast enough. You know, and guess what? After that counter hit, standing medium kick with Ryu, you can drive rush after that and get a free grab check. Or a pressure check. You know what I'm saying? If they don't go for the grab, if you don't decide to go for the grab, it essentially becomes like, you know, he still has to worry about a crouching light. Yeah, hard punch, crouching medium punch is, oh, I messed up. Believe it or not, for whatever reason, that crouching jab can hit as an anti-air. It's all about timing. I honestly, as a high-level player, would not recommend you using that as an anti-air in any way, shape, or form. If it happens accidentally, that would probably be the only way I accept it in my personal selection of moves that I would use at the highest level. If I was trying to like play at a tournament or for money or something like that, I would probably most certainly not use it as an anti-air. But it's kind of funny that it can work, and so can standing jab. I prefer standing jab as an anti-air because I feel like I'll usually aim for like the tip of the character's foot. Whereas, like, even if he did counter hit my standing jab and I mess up, I'm still basically safe on block, basically. It's kind of one of those weird situations where, like, it's not necessarily the best option to use, but, like, I'm just so familiar with the game itself, and, like, a lot hasn't really changed over the years, that it's still an effective, like I said, as a beginner player, I would honestly rely only on true anti-airs or true really good anti-air normals, like for example back medium punch with Dalsim. Even though back hard kick is a good anti-air, I mean, you almost have to they have to almost telegraph the jump forward. If they're not going to telegraph the jump forward, if it's not a telegraphed jumping forward where you're already kind of at max distance, like the tip of the knee is going to hit them out of the air, I would never do it. So, like, it does have its proper usage, but honestly, I would just probably maybe do a back hard kick or a back hard punch instead. Because it's going to do more damage, and it's more consistent, and it does probably about the same amount of damage, maybe even a little bit more. But I was having more fun. You know what, I might switch to Kimberly. I don't know. I might do Kimberly tomorrow. Like, this is my personal... After So right there, what I did was drive rush, crouching medium kick into. This only works if they're standing. Do not do this combo if they're sitting, because if you do the spin kick, I don't know. Did they change it in this game? It might hit on crouching opponents, which I believe it should. It should hit as a mid. I believe the spin kick should hit as a mid. If they already did that, then congratulations, because that was the right move. But what was I going to say? I do have way more fun playing Kimberly, in my opinion. Like, if someone told me right now, oh, you can only pick one character to play the entire tournament. In fact, that would be an awesome fucking tournament. A tournament rule. You have to pick one character the entire fucking tournament. You cannot change not one fucking time. I swear to God, I would enter a tournament like that more than anything else. I picked Kimberly the entire tournament. Absolutely. I love the designers of Kimberly. I wish they gave Kimberly Cammy's alternate outfit, like the green one-piece bikini. And I feel like Kimberly's booty could be way bigger, too. I mean, come on, this is a black girl we're talking about here. This is an African-American female we're talking about here. Like, the booty gotta stick out, like, a little bit. But I can't wait to see Kimberly having the green bikini thing. That would be dope. To see her with the red beret and the green bikini. Oh, God, I don't have parry no more. Oh, my God, I could have grabbed there. I fucked up, though. Oh, my God, no! He got that, yo. He got that. He got that. He got that. I'm like... I want my nephew to play with me. Of course I do. I'll play with his friends if they want me to, but, like, I just want to kind of play with him. Like, I don't know why it would mean the world to him. Oh, can I play with my friends too? Like I don't mind if he really wanted to play me in person, like one of his boys. Like, I'll play him in person, but I want to have my own monitor like setup. Like, I want to do a true dual monitor setup, like how they have at tournaments. And I'll gladly play with one of his boys for sure. Absolutely. Listen, I didn't say like I do say I'm unbeatable. But I think every high-level player feels he's unbeatable at his best. I keep forgetting about that one. I got to write that one down before I forget. See right there? That drive rush, believe it or not, is weak to a lot of special moves beat it. And a lot of normal attacks beat it at the very startup of it. I disagree with that, though, a little bit. I feel like the startup of the drive rush should have more invincibility. Like, it goes through. It doesn't necessarily have to counter hit. Even though I feel like beginner and intermediate players would rather the drive rush itself to kind of almost act as if they do it at the right time, it kind of just goes through your attack at a certain point. Like right there at that moment, I felt like he should have went through my uppercut and countered me. If you know what I mean? Like, even if it was a fireball, it would have projectile invincibility. It would have normal attack invincibility. You know, it would just be pure invincible attack. Like, for a brief startup, like, I'm talking about the slide should even be like the way it was in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I feel like they should slide way further. Is it further or farther? I always said further. Oh my God. Nice throw, though, by the way. He could do it again. That's not a good time to actually do it when he activates level 2. You might get lucky with a perfect parry, but... See right there, medium punch, drive rush. That's something that's straight out of Cross Tekken. Street Fighter Cross Tekken, that was a tactic in that game where a close standing medium punch into... what is that called? When you press medium punch and medium kick together in Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I forget what they called it in that game, where you could change characters out of nowhere. When your second character comes in, it puts you in an automatic throw setup. The computer loves to do that to you. I love that the developers do that though, you know? That's my favorite part about it, is that the developers like, no, like I wish there was more high level stuff like from Rashid and Blanca put in the game. Like, especially Rashid, like I feel like Rashid never throws Tornado out. He always does that weird like kick super. The one that I feel like is like not my favorite. I don't like Rashid, to be honest, as a character. I always thought I like Rashid the way he was in Street Fighter V. I love what the developers did with Rashid in Street Fighter V. I felt like it was more, it made more sense before. Right there, that's a grab setup. On block, I could beat him before. When he does that jumping medium kick on block, that's no longer his opportunity to strike. It's not guaranteed. It's back to neutral a lot of the times. Unless it's like a heavy kick or like a heavy punch or something like that. A lot of the times, you know, a player can counter hit the opponent for trying to pressure them with like even crouching light kick. But the problem with that is that it's such a difficult situation to not necessarily predict, but to really know if your opponent will actually go for it, that by the time they go for it, you're either within a grab setup or a striking setup. So since you're put in that predicament, like basically most high level players are going to wait for you to throw or attack. If at a certain point you have not thrown or attacked, now it's my opportunity all over again. He can't EX uppercut me. He can't level 3 super me. It's my turn now. You took too long. I'm going now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole mentality of I like this. That I feel like eating Dunkin' Donuts so bad right now. Dunkin' Donuts is God. I swear to God it is. I don't care who believes me, like Dunkin' God. I call them Dunkin' God. They should call them Dunkin' God. It makes more sense that way. Oh my God. I keep forgetting about that. I gotta write that down. I keep forgetting about that one. I'm not liking that. And don't get it twisted. That standing medium kick with Ken the target combo that he does. That target combo that Ken does with standing medium kick, standing hard kick, that beats a lot of situations without meter that actually, like, I believe you could even combo that into the EX Dragon Lash. So it's like that's forward, down, forward, 2 kick instead of 1. And it also gives you additional damage. You know, when you do, like, let's say for example, medium punch into hard punch with Ken, you could do the EX Dragon Lash after that, and you get a free uppercut. You could even get a free super after that. Even a level 3. I honestly, maybe I think it's because my controller has been dropped so many times at this point, and I'm very upset about that, believe me, but that's why I keep it on the floor now. I learned my lesson already. But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Ken has a lot of run stop tactics that are very high level, but when you master them, it really gives him so much more damage than, like, even, let's say, for example, Ryu and Akuma at the highest level. Like, let's say, for example, like, I do standing medium punch, standing hard punch, then I activate the run, but I cancel it. So I do, like, I do light kick and medium kick together, and then I believe you either got to press jab or light kick to stop the run. What I do during the run animation, I just press grab I press the grab button, and it'll automatically stop me at the earliest point if I mash it, basically. And what happens in that situation is a lot of times I'll get a free grab setup with Ken. I'm teaching you the most effective tactics with high level Ken. This is why Ken was able to win the #1 spot at Evolution Tournament. It's no secret. Did they nerf the character so much with his damage output? Absolutely. he does not do nearly as much damage as he used to before, and it's a shame because I felt like the character really without that is like he went from being like probably S tier to like, even though I honestly think A tier it really is the real S tier if you really want to get logical about it. Um, but he's certainly in the high level character choices. But ever since they nerfed his damage, like I feel like can he still win against anyone? Absolutely. But does it take a little bit more work than before? That's the problem. I feel like there was no need to nerf Ken because Ken has one of the worst overheads in the entire game. But he makes up for it with the hard kick Dragon Lash. But I would not overuse the hard kick Dragon Lash. I would probably do it in situations where, like, let's say, for example, like a Blanca doesn't really have a good anti-air to really stop it. Standing hard kick does not do good against Dragon Lash with Ken. I've beaten plenty of Blanca players using this. It's no secret why it works. It works because it's so good. And that's the real big difference between, a high level player and, a beginner player. Don't ever get discouraged because you're not as good as I am. I've been playing the game for a long time. I've been a fan for a long time. So like it's kind of second nature for me already. But it'll be second nature for you if you put in the effort, you put in the time, you put in the energy, you're going to get there. Just like everything else in life. Like I could have kept going with the medium kick, but honestly, I felt like the second one was going to miss. The second kick in the standing medium kick target combo, I felt like the second one might have missed. That's why I stopped altogether. Oh my god. I love that sound effect, by the way, though. The ooh! And don't think that you always have to go into a level 3 super or a special move to actually get a super combo. You don't have to do that. Because the original way the game was, you had to link a normal attack that was at the effective range directly into a super a lot of the times. Like, let's say, for example, with Ken and Third Strike, his crouching medium kick, although most players, like, at the highest level, they don't even use crouching medium kick. I disagree with that. I say crouching medium kick does have its purpose in the game, and all the other attacks also have a purpose in the game. But yeah, like for example, crouching medium kick with Ken in the game, combos into level 3 super. So like, and a lot of people consider that to be his best super because it allows him to do things like, let's say, for example, he has the same target combo in Third Strike. In fact, that was when it was first introduced, as far as I remember. But medium punch, hard punch, and then any fireball, basically. But you do down forward punch for the fireball after the hard, medium punch, hard punch target combo. Then you do quarter circle forward punch. Any fireball comes out. So whichever one you're not using, I would use that. So like if you're doing a medium punch first, switch to jab. Or switch to hard punch. I would always go for the faster one, fireball. But a lot of people always mistake that. They always have trouble in these situations, like going into a level 1 super, unless it's a complete counter hit. Like crouching medium kick, it can combo into a special move, but it can't combo into a special move and then a level 1 super, unfortunately, anymore. You used to be able to do that in Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, Third Strike, in most situations, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, in this game, when you land like something like, let's say, for example, with Ken, a crouching medium kick, you're gonna want to go directly into the down forward kick again. I usually just start mashing all of them together. Unless it's a specific matchup, like for example, Zangief. Let's say, for example, I do the anti-projectile level 1 super, and then when my opponent gets sent in the air, I'll usually just go standing hard kick because I buffer the motion for super with the level 2 with the hard kick, the heavy kick. Um, basically because the heavy kick is going to work either way in that situation. Even if I miss the super or I don't have the meter for the super, the standing hard kick is still going to come out and counter my opponent in the air. It might not be as much damage as doing, a up forward down back kick. I believe it is his air grab in Street Fighter 3. I mean, in Street Fighter 6. But yeah. Highly, I still can't do Zangief. I wish they would make it easier for Zangief to do his EX Lariat into air command grab. I just don't know. I People are telling me you could only do that in the corner. Why can he only do that in the corner though? Like, I don't understand why he only has to do that in the corner. Can we at least get a ground bounce that like gives you enough time to maybe do a second Lariat? I feel like most players would understand that a lot more. Who the fuck you jumping at like that? Oh, that was crouch jab on reaction. I thought they took that out. I was actually able to do it. I thought they changed that ever since Super Turbo. No, that was it. I don't recommend you doing, if you're a beginner player, please do not try that tactic at all. Because if you mistime it even a little bit, you're going to get counter hit, and that's going to do like 50% more damage than a normal attack. You never want to get counter hit in a fighting game. Ever. Like, it's better to just get thrown than get counter hit. That's my recommendation. Like Justin Wong says, I do agree with that statement that he says. If you're unsure, you're better off just getting thrown. You might not know every little detail of each character. Some guys do. If it was up to me, I would go with like the way I saw a Japanese player at a tournament. He had like a binder with him with all the frame data and all that, what he had to know, the frame traps for each character. That's what I would do if I was playing for money. Big money like that. And I would print pictures of each attack with like, okay, safe on block. Only a page that shows safe on block moves with like JP, Ryu, all that. You know what I mean? See what I mean? That standing jab, when it hit, I went right into the crouching medium kick. He can't do nothing about that, basically. But I did it. You notice how I did it at a range. I did it at a range where standing jab was at basically almost at its max distance, I felt like, in that situation. So a max distance jab will honestly beat the crouching medium kick after it on hit will beat their crouching jab or crouching light kick or anything like that. Standing medium punch in that specific situation, even if he won't be able to level 3 me, he won't be able to do nothing, none of that. I'm safe to attack again. I'm safe to keep going. Because my jab landed. It's my turn now. He has to wait now. A lot of beginner and intermediate players, when they get hit in that situation, they get nervous, especially close up, and they'll try to hit you back. But guess what happens in that situation? You get counter hit again. That's all that's happening. That's all that's happening all the time. See, like right there, I was okay to do it. I gotta write that one down though. I gotta write that one down for sure. Oh my god. Oh, that's another thing. That drive rush, that, like I said, if it was up to me to design it, I would make it so that the drive rush has like way better invincibility once they already start going towards you. Even if it's a projectile, even if it's I feel like at this point in the game, it's like so late to change. It wouldn't be fair to change it right before the evolution tournament or whatever. or Capcom Cup. You know, it would be funny as hell to see them do that though. But I'm all for it. I'll pick up pretty fast. I was off. I was slightly off. Oh my god! What? Really? I can't believe that double hit. I gotta learn that with Blanca. Oh god, I missed the medium. Really? Okay, I think I should have just drive rushed it instead. I'm just gonna drive rush it. Oh, come on, give me that. I don't know why I decided to do standing medium kick there. No way. Oh, another thing I don't see a lot of players using is that standing jab, crouching jab, and standing light kick. You can drive rush those. Like if you feel you're out of range, but you want to get there real fast, you could miss a standing light kick. Obviously, in a situation where you feel you're safe on block, if you feel that your opponent, there's no way he's still in a recovery state, you can use that standing jab and drive rush it. And you could cancel the jab and the standing light kick and the crouching jab into drive rush and get there fast enough to throw them. Or fast enough to even counter hit them. If you are going to counter hit them, I would recommend going for that crouching light kick, crouching light kick, crouching light kick, especially as a beginner player, because after that dash, those are the only normal attacks in the game that you could drive rush directly from the attack itself. Anything other than that, you have to wait for the recovery and the startup of the parry. These are the only exceptions in the game. I feel like not enough players use it. And it's bizarre to me because it's really good. I mean, I only see the computer really doing it. But I'm very thankful that the developers put stuff like that in the game. Don't get me wrong. I always test the shit out anyway. But, you know, I love that they add challenging stuff like that as developers. Like, I know it's not easy for a programmer to, like, tell Blanca, like, okay, do crouching medium kick here. Okay, now you're going to do medium punch. Okay, now go for the grab, Blanca. Like they honestly told the computer to do that. Like, that's amazing. If you really think about it, that's amazing. I wish the computer was better at perfect parrying projectiles and, like, what else? Like, drive rushing in, like, even when you're still safe on block. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. High level players know what I'm talking about, but beginner players, you know what I'm talking about, pseudo. But these are just the terms that they use and stuff. Like some of them are pretty self-explanatory. I'll try to show an example. See, I don't have meter right now. Otherwise, that would have been a super, but it still works. So like, I don't mind going for it right now. Oh my god, I lost. Wow, I wasn't. My bad. Oh, that was beautiful. I've caught people with that too. I should have known better. Oh my god, he got me. Now he gonna get it. Now I'm. Oh, that was beautiful. See? Right there, he did command dash. I know that he cannot recover in that specific situation. Before I land my hard kick or light kick, honestly, the light kick one probably would have been a better option, but I knew that I would get there in time with the harder kick. The hard kick version does more damage. So when you see me throwing out a move that looks like it takes 10 years to get there, it's because I know it's going to hit. There is a purpose for those moves in the game. And a lot of players don't go for them. But you can use harder attacks when you have the appropriate time. You know, that's the best way I could explain it for a beginner player. Like, don't think, oh, this move takes too long. It doesn't beat anything. It doesn't do anything. It does do something. It's either at the end of the move that it does something or the beginning of the move that it does something. but it has its purpose. You know, like an invincible reversal attack or a super, that's going to stop people from attacking you with fast attacks like jabs, crouching light punch, crouching light kick, all that. It'll stop all that. If you time it right, it'll stop all that. You can even counter hit a missed jab, standing jab, crouching jab, all that with a level 3. I don't honestly recommend it at the highest level. I mean, at a beginner level, I would do something like, for example, if I was Ryu, I would throw a fireball at them instead. Now they either have to block that. Now if they drive, even if I'm a little off and they drive impact it, I'll still be able to drive impact back. I'm trying to always keep myself safe no matter what. So you can keep blocking, but guess what? I'm also trying to break your defense too. I'm not just trying to be safe on block. I'm genuinely trying to break your defense and beat you. So don't think like, oh, just because I say try to always remain safe on block. Yeah, sometimes you have to take a risk, you know. You have to take a risk. You have to see what your opponent is good and not good at. That helps you understand the knowledge of what to do. Oh no. I hate that it's so hard to land that hard punch uppercut afterwards. But I feel like it's the right amount of time. What I wanted to land before I stop, but I'm gonna stop after I forgot to mention it. What I wanted to do was the level 3. You basically do that, but a super comes out instead when you have the meter. Crouch jab, standing jab, don't matter. It'll stop that. That command grab is not legit. Do not respect it. Do not give it the time of day. You don't have to respect it. That's just what they call it in the fighting game community. You know, like, you have time. Don't feel bad. That was a beautiful light kick, crouching medium kick with. Oh, beautiful. Not this time, though. It's not happening. I thought I grabbed there, though. The reason why, like in that situation where you see me dash forward like that, is because I see him walking forward towards me. So he has not committed to an attack yet. So I can actually move forward without him actually being able to counter hit me in that situation. That's why you see a lot of high level players out of nowhere, they'll dash forward and go for a grab, is because that'll beat any attack you try to do in that situation. These are like very high level tactics that a lot of people don't talk about, that like are in the game, but no one ever brings them up. No one says them in their videos. These are like the moments that are like honestly in the game though. Like, he's actually safe after that. After that running, that's a frame trap. By that overhead, with Ken, which is the, you know, light kick plus medium kick together. And then when he starts running, you have options out of that kick. You could do you could do a hard punch uppercut. You could do a light punch. I believe you can even do light punch uppercut and stuff like that. I usually go for hard punch uppercut if they try to drive impact me during the run, because a lot of beginner intermediate players like to do that to Ken's run, because almost every attack other than the hard punch uppercut is just one attack that cannot a lot of times be special move canceled. I think not one of them could be special move canceled. So in other words, you can't cancel into a level 3 and break to drive impact. So the only option to stop them from driving impact is to do the hard punch uppercut. If they keep trying to drive impact you every time you run with Ken, let him run as close as you could possibly get and then do the hard punch uppercut. It's going to hit 3 times and it's going to break drive impact anywhere on the screen. But if the medium kick, if you press medium kick, he doesn't overhead. You have to block that high. If they block that high, you're still safe on block. If they block it low, they can't block it low, but they'll get counter hit, and you can land the jab after it into the crouching light kick, spin kick, down back kick, light kick. That combos into medium punch uppercut. If you try to do any other uppercut after that, it will miss. But the medium punch uppercut can cancel into the level 3 super. Don't recommend doing that as a beginner player though, because I'll even drop that combo from time to time. I'm probably at maybe like a 90% success rate with that one. I say it's like a little bit harder than probably one of Ken's harder cancellations. By cancellation, I mean that you're canceling from one move to another. You're doing a normal attack into a special move, or a normal attack into another normal attack, or especially on counter hit, I would recommend going for it only on counter hit if you're a beginner player. You'll know when you counter hit your opponent. Just look in the settings and you'll see turn counter hit on, and you'll see the difference that the sound makes. That gives you way more opportunity to land way bigger combos. You have to utilize those situations. You have to put your opponent in traps, in a fighting game for it to make any sense whatsoever, especially in a 2D fighter like this. You know what I mean? You have to. I wasn't really paying attention. That would never work in real life. That's why I like playing against real good high-level players, because they like never do dumb shit like that. Don't get me wrong, Drive Impact has its usages. It really does. If you could Drive Impact someone's projectile, do it. A lot of times, that's the only reason I use it for. It's it's in the game. Like, obviously, it can work. But against an opponent that also has meter, I would never use it. That's counter hit. I could have done standing medium punch after it and drove rush it into a hard punch. That's what I mean. That's how big the combos can get out of nowhere. When you counter hit your opponent with a standing jab or a crouching jab, you can land that crouching medium punch, standing medium punch, and then drive rush that a lot of times into another standing medium punch or a hard punch altogether, depending on the character. But each character has a high power, like a very powerful variation of what they're able to do, What?
Round 2. Fight.
Alright, I think I'm gonna stop the stream there. Standing hard kick counter hit. Standing hard kick counter hit with Ken. You could drive rush that into the hard punch uppercut only. Don't try to do light punch uppercut. Don't try to do spin kick. None of that. Hard punch uppercut only. Get you really familiar with that feeling, because that feeling is almost the way you do every single other combo in the game. And I feel like it's one of the easier ones to do. Once you get used to doing the hard punch uppercut with Ken, you'll understand what I mean. If you could do a fireball, you could do the uppercut. Just do it a little bit faster. I'm telling you, anyone could do it. Anyone could do it. Believe that. I know that. I'm not an idiot. You cannot parry that. I tried to parry that. That's why I got counter hit. You cannot parry. Never. I would honestly not recommend parrying any grappler characters either. That's another like big tip I would give to players. Like, if you're playing against a grappler like Zangief or Renat, I would not drive impact, and I would not unless the drive impact was a counter. Like if they try to drive impact you as a grappler, then you drive impact them back. Yeah, absolutely. I do agree with that. You know what I mean? I do agree with that. I would do drive impact over a parry, absolutely. Against a grappler, I feel more comfortable doing a drive impact over a parry. Even though he could grab me out of both, parry is easier to command grab if they make a mistake with the drive rush forward, which they should never do. But if you just happen to be in a situation where you mistime it, you're gonna run right into their arms and they're gonna just get a free command grab. Especially that EX command grab with Zangief, I would stay completely out of that range. That's usually how I'm winning these matchups, is that I'm just trying my best to stay out of their most effective range. Like, for example, when I fight Zangief, the Russian wrestler, I stay like at that crouching medium kick range. I know he can no longer command grab me in any way, shape, or form. He really has to fight and win now as a player. So like that's the difference between a really good Zangief player and one that just thinks he's good, is that you have to know when to flick the switch of, should I be going for the command grab in this situation? When should I be going for it? You know, if my opponent is not parrying or drive impacting me, forget that parry even exists as a grappler, unless it's a projectile or something like that. I have no problem with a grappler perfect parrying projectiles. You have to. You have to. You have to. Oh, God. I should have went EX uppercut. I don't know why I try to get so fancy with it. He can't charge it. He can't charge it. You see what I mean? When he threw that Blanca doll out, even if he gets it out, he cannot activate it. The only power that that move has, the Blanca doll that he has to charge it electrically. So unless he has a level 2 active, a level 2 super active, you know, he has to charge it by doing the down back punch. So just because he has it out doesn't mean you have to let him use it. But also keep in mind that high level Blanca players like me will throw Blanca doll out and then anticipate the anti-projectile counter and slide under it and counter hit you for trying to counter hit me. But now they know that, and guess what? Now they won't throw the projectile. Even better. Even better. I didn't want you to do it anyway, but thanks. Like, that's the whole mentality, you know? Okay, I'm going to end the stream there. I think I've given enough, but I'll probably maybe do another video like this, like where I personally just try to show how I approach the matchup or whatever. But my main characters are Kimberly. Kimberly is my favorite. Kimberly is my favorite character, but I always was a longtime Ryu player. So Ryu is probably, I would say, my second character, even though when I play online, I usually pick Ken because it's way easier to land his combinations online. Whereas Ryu is very difficult to win online. It's insane how hard he is to win with. Because his combos are all like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, if you don't just combo into whatever you're going to combo into right after it, it does not work. But yeah, I'll end the video there. I'll probably do like a Kimberly video. I was having a lot of fun playing Kimberly. But I don't know, like this is what I like personally doing. Like that, it's just a hobby of mine. I like to play fighting games. That's like always been my thing. So, you know, I don't mind if YouTube feels that they have to like delete some of my stuff where it's like a little redundant. But I would just appreciate that they at least keep the ones where like if I get a double perfect or like have a funny rant or something, like leave that in my videos. I don't mind that. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I feel like Street Fighter keeps feeling better and better. I'm happy like the developers are listening to me, like in a lot of what I say, like, cause I really just mean the best. I cannot wait to see Street Fighter 7, but for now I am going to buy, Street Fighter 6 on, the Switch again, day one, you know what I mean? So I just want to let you know that I am a fan, and I would love to also hear the announcement for Okami. I really want the announcement for that. Like, I don't know when you guys are going to be finished, but please take your time with it because I just want it to be phenomenal. And that's like another reason why I got the Switch too, is like because I really wanted to play that game the proper way. You know what I'm saying? And Nintendo is like, I feel like the only company that allowed you to play it the proper way, if you know what I mean. Like, I felt like it just felt perfect with the motion controls. It was real. It was a lot of fun. I never played anything, you know, that creative in my life. You know what I'm saying? That took a lot of talent. But absolutely, Jet Grind Radio too. Jet. Don't forget about Jet Grind Radio. I would love to see the main character from Jet Grind Radio make it into Super Smash Brothers, man. That would be fire. That would be fire, man. You're telling me that wouldn't be dope? You're telling me that wouldn't be awesome to see the character from Jet Grind Radio which I still consider to be, we still haven't gotten a re-release of Jet Set Radio Future from Sega. That's insane. I don't know who's to blame here. Is it Xbox or Sega? Because the fact that we have not gotten a re-release for Jet Set Radio Future, at the very least, to like, for the meantime, is outrageous. Like, I'm so anticipating playing that game. Okay, but I'll leave it. I'll leave it there. I've been streaming for a while, but I hope you guys do enjoy it though.